Thank y'all for tuning in to 4722 Dominique. As you guys can see, I'm doing homemade lasagna today, so I decided to kind of show y'all how I made homemade lasagna. As you can already see, I've already strained the meat, and what I used was this meat ragu sauce. Alright, what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of pepper to the meat. I've already added 2 teaspoons of sugar to it, a little bit of accent, and a little bit of salt. Any salt is fine. I use the Great Value salt. Whatever salt, Morton salt, whatever salt is fine. It's already kind of simmered down a little bit, and I like to take my accent and put a little bit more accent in that. That accent just makes the flavor pop out of it. Add a little bit more pepper. It's up to you how much you want to use. And back here I have my noodles already done boiled down, as you can see. And this don't have to stay on no longer than 5 to 7 minutes on the stove top, because it's going to go back in the oven anyway, and all of it is going to just bake together. So pretty much it's going to be already half cooked. You set your oven on 30 minutes. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start putting this dish together. I'm going to leave that simmering first. I have my tasting spoon that is separate from the spoon that I use to stir with. I'm just going to see how this tastes and make sure it's sweet enough, or, you know, it's not too bland. Hang on a second. Okay. And if you walk over here, my daughter is filming this, y'all. Always have you a hot, some hot dish water ready, because I've tasted that. So now what I'm going to do is just wash that and leave it in the sink. And I can tell that it needs just a little bit more sugar. Hang on, let me wash that again, because, you know, you have to be, everything has to stay sanitized. Okay, you get me? Okay. Make sure all that sludge and all that stuff out of it before I put my noodles. You don't want your lasagna tasting like soap. So hang on a second. And while I was tasting it, I can tell that it needs just a little bit more sugar in it, just a little bit. I'll be right back. Come over here and let's let that simmer. It's simmering, y'all. And I'm just going to grab another teaspoon of sugar. Give me one quick second. And I'll be right there. Alright. Just a little bit more sugar. And also, to give it a whole nother taste, and I know y'all thinking this lasagna going to taste like syrup. Listen. Just a little bit of ketchup in there. Stir all that in. Make sure that it blends together. And I know y'all can see everything, because before, remember, I was filming this with my camcorder, and doing it with one hand was crazy. Alright, now let that ketchup and all that stuff marinate together. I'm going to take this pot of the noodles and just strain it. Be careful with those noodles. It is really, really hot. And what you want to do now is take some cold water and run it over these noodles. Let them cool down before you try to put your hands on them, because they're hot. Now this video is going to have a part 2 to it, because when I do the camcorder, I have to break it up. For some reason, something's going on with my editing. Or what I might do is just go on YouTube and upload this, and then upload the second video and use the YouTube editor and put them together to make one video. However, if you are checking this out and you have to go to, oh, see, that burnt me. And you have to go to part 2, I'm sorry, but I am going to edit this and put it all together on one video with the YouTube editor. So I let that cold water just run on those noodles. And now what I'm going to do is put my gloves on take my pot. Hang on a second. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Take my pot. Cut your eye off. And put on my other glove. Pick this up and take it over to the sink. Don't sit it on your counter, it'll burn it. It burn mine anyway. Alright. What I'm going to do now, you're going to take a little bit of that lasagna meat and spread just a little bit all in the 4 corners of your pan. Alright. You just want to kind of grease the pan a little bit. You don't have to spread the meat all the way across. Now start to lay out your noodles. Ooh, this stuff hot, y'all. For real. And you're going to go through this same pattern over and over again. And you put your egg, crack an egg in a bowl, scramble, you know, kind of just mix it up. I beat it already, not scramble, but beat it. And put it over your noodles. That way when your lasagna bake, it won't be totally too stuck together. You can kind of, it'll be real cheesy. That'll separate the meat and the cheese just a little bit. Okay, you want to make sure you get pretty much cover over every piece of it. Now you're going to take some meat. And be careful not to use up all your meat in the middle and don't have none to go on the top. Alright. You want to just spread that as much as you can. Just like that. A little bit more. Alright, that should do it. I got cheddar and monterey jack cheese. I'm sorry, y'all. And you're just going to layer it just like that. Then I got the mozzarella white cheese. It don't matter what kind. I got the Great Value from Walmart. You just want your corners kind of covered. Then you're going to take your sharp cheddar cheese. Great Value again. Just kind of spread it just like that. Evenly throughout. Same cycle. Come over here and you're going to take your noodles again. Layer, and if it's ripping a little bit, that's alright. It's okay. You're just going to layer those noodles on top of that cheese. And you have to be careful because those noodles, they'll tear on you. That's why I always boil more than enough, just to make sure. Same cycle, take it, beaten egg. Go over the top like that again. My hands are clean. And you want to straighten it out a little bit more. Same cycle. Take your meat, well, same order rather. Distribute evenly throughout. You just want to make sure you spread it. Like that again. Alright. Leave enough meat for your top now. Take your cheese, sprinkle it evenly throughout again. Alright. Make sure those corners are done very well. Mozzarella, same thing. And this is a real easy dish, y'all. I mean, your family liked a lot of cheese, and you might want to use other kinds of cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want to use. You can use 7 different types of cheese. You can add sausage to this meal. You can do whatever you want to do. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Alright, now this is the tricky part, because at first, when I first started learning how to make this, I'm like, how in the world this thing gonna be even all the way throughout? I mean, not even, but when you put the meat on top, how's it gonna get to the middle? But some way, somehow, it does. It does. Let me find one that's not real. Okay, that's the one that's not too torn. Alright, this is the last layer, the top. This layer gonna be under that heat, so you want to make sure you got enough egg on that. And I like to cook pretty much, you know, for my family. This is one of my family's favorite dishes here, so that's what we eating for this afternoon. Alright, now the pan is still hot, so hang on, let me put my glove on. That's the last little bit of meat and stuff you got. Alright. And you're just going to spread that out just like that. And if this camera goes out before I'm done, I will come back. So keep watching. Alright. I know it looked like God scarce with the meat, but trust me, it's all gonna come together. Okay. See, and I ran out of that cheese right there, but nevertheless, I got a little bit more right here. There you go. And you spread out and just improvise. Hang on just a minute, guys. Alright, just a little bit more, corner more cheese in the refrigerator. Alright, and now I'm going to walk over here, my kids. Take this dish and all your cheese, and you're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes. And I'll come back and let y'all see the final result. I'll be back. Stay tuned. Thanks for coming back to 4722 Dominique. Sorry, y'all. This is the final results of that lasagna. Oh my God, it looks so good. As you can see, all the cheese is just melted together. It's still simmering a little bit because I just took it out of the oven, but I just had to come back on here and let y'all see the final results of it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and looking at the recipe of this lasagna. I really appreciate it. You guys be blessed and go out and make your family some lasagna. Talk to you later. Alright, be blessed. Bye bye.